Two models, four iterations, but the same single cylinder heart. KTM's 390 Adventure family is buzzing. But which one is the right pick for you? And what should you also look out for when considering any one of these bikes? Well, we'll answer that in this video, starting with the most affordable one of them all, the KTM 390 Adventure X. X marks the start of the 390 Adventure family, as this is perhaps the most tame and sensible bike of the lot. And unlike the previous version, there is not much compromise on this bike as it packs a lot of bang for your buck. It gets nearly the same amount of techie features, healthy suspension travel, and switchable ABS for light off-roading like the standard Adventure. Plus, the 17-inch alloy wheels do hold their own when the roads start becoming non-existent. Our particular test unit has a buzzy mill, and the quick shifter is not nearly as neatly calibrated as the other 390s we've experienced so far. So do keep an eye out for these two things when you're taking a test ride. But having said that, it acts as a great city bike and a lovely mile muncher. More like a sensible, relaxed and a jacked up Duke. Now, if you are considering to buy this bike, you should also take a look at the Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, and we've done a thorough comparison between these two motorcycles, which should already be live on the channel. But to give you a short synopsis, the Himalayan is the better tourer, whereas this is the better all-rounder motorcycle. Hence, if you want only a single bike in your garage to do it all, this is a great start. When you take a look at the 390 Adventure X and the standard 390 Adventure, you really begin to wonder, why is KTM charging you 76,500 rupees more? Because for that extra moolah, all that you're getting more is 21 17-inch tubeless spoke wheels, adjustable suspension, and IMU-based rider electronic aids, including cruise control. And to justify the premium becomes extremely difficult. However, if you are seeking an enticing and a more engaging riding experience, that you'll get from the standard Adventure. Firstly, thanks to the off-road riding mode, the throttle response feels more direct, more prompt, like a KTM single should. It sits effortlessly at 120 kmph on the highway with great highway mile munching mannerisms, and still is able to churn out great fuel efficiency for a bike of its capabilities. But the main reason why you'll pick the standard over the X is for its off-roading capabilities. A far more capable and enjoyable off-road, and it is certainly the more versatile one of the lot. Now, when considering the standard 390 Adventure as well, you should take a look at the Royal Enfield Himalayan. Now, the Royal Enfield Himalayan with the tubeless spoke wheels will cost you 60,000 rupees less than the standard 390 Adventure. And as much as possible, you can tune the suspension on the 390 Adventure. It will still not be quite as plush and sophisticated as the Himalayans. Hence, the Himalayan will still remain a great tourer to clock miles on end. However, as a bike to do it all, as a single bike garage, this is a far better option. And if you are going to be picking the standard over the X, make sure that the reason you're purchasing it is because you are going to use the entire extra potential that it has over the X. The internet went crazy when this bike arrived. Who knew that 30 mm would cause this much frenzy? But little does the internet know just how good a motorcycle this actually is. So KTM is introducing a dual sport motorcycle to the Indian masses for the first time. And getting the grasp of the concept quickly is going to take some time. Hence, let me give you a basic idea. So if the adventure motorcycles have a road to off-road bias of say 70/30 or 60/40. This is a proper 50/50 motorcycle, or at least this version is. And it is lighter and doesn't fuss about what it intends to do, as it is very happy to bash it out on the trails. As a starter motorcycle that will also do the daily grind, this certainly feels like a step up from the likes of the Hero XPulse Rally as well as the Kawasaki KLX230S. And this bike comes in at nearly the same amount of price as the Kawasaki, offering nearly a lot more potential, and it will be certainly more affordable to run and maintain in the future. And like we mentioned in our first ride review video of this very same bike, you will take a lot of time to learn and enjoy this motorcycle and get the basics right before you feel that the suspension travel is a limiting factor. And the longer travel international spec bike is being homologated and will arrive in a couple of months' time. So the experienced folk should not be disappointed that much. Hence, if you are starting out in the off-roading business, well, it's better to get this bike in this guise, learn the basics, have fun, enjoy this bike thoroughly, and then swap out the suspension units for those ones to further boost your off-roading skills. How is it to live on a daily basis, and is it wise to take it out onto the highway as well? Well, it is more likable, flickable, brappy, and more maneuverable than the Adventure Twins in the city. Hence, it feels like a more jacked up Duke, and it's thoroughly engaging. But out on the highway, that is where this bike starts to feel a little compromising. Firstly, because you will have to keep your speeds in check. This doesn't get a windshield or a rally tower setup, and hence wind protection will be an issue. Furthermore, the tires are semi-novice, so after say 110 kmph, there is a slight waviness from the front wheel, which is expected from tires such as this. And lastly, this is only carrying 9 liters of fuel on board. Hence, you will have to make far more fuel stops if you intend to take long trips. But hey, people toured on the first gen 390 Duke as well, which didn't have quite a large fuel tank. In fact, just a smidge more than this one. And they didn't complain about the fuel tank being small then either. So touring is going to be challenging over here, but this is certainly going to be feeling the more enjoyable bike of the lot. Hence, the intentions with each one of the 390 Adventure family members is clear. This is the sensible one, the standard is the versatile one, this is the best starter off-roader tool that you have, whereas the upcoming international spec Enduro will be great for serious off-roaders. Which one would I pick? Well, considering I already have a 390 Duke, which I don't intend to sell for a long time, that rules out the Adventure 2 for the road purpose. And I also have a Hero XPulse Rally Pro, which is in a need of an upgrade. So maybe the upcoming Enduro R would fit my bill. But which one are you picking? Do let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the bell notification icon, and please wear riding gear on all your rides. Stay safe and have fun.